Welcome back, everybody, to Trailer Talk in the month of April. And nobody wants to deal with Batman versus Superman because it is slim pickings for the first week here in April. But that's why we do 2 weeks at a time, so we can give you the full Trailer Talk. That is the good Sir Pappy. I'm your host, Kat, and let's go.
Yeah, April Fools, this might not be a movie. It might just be a joke. Collide is the only big release coming out April 1st. And while its official release date is April 1st, try finding the trailer.
Or any relevant media for it. There's not even a poster.
Yeah, it's Anthony Hopkins, Ben Kingsley, and Nicholas Hoult. So you think there'd be something out there. It's just supposed to be a heist gone wrong action film.
Maybe.
I'm done. Good luck.
Yeah.
You'll be seeing Batman and Superman for the 5th time anyway.
Yeah, who are we kidding? But
So-
that is the only movie that may or may not be bold enough to come out the weekend after Batman v Superman. But the next week we have some serious contenders.
Well, none of them are going to topple the DC movie machine, but you at least have options. First, with the first Indiegogo funded movie to actually become a major theater release, Hardcore Henry. And right off the bat, if you suffer from motion sickness, move on.
The trailer made me motion sick. I will not be seeing this in theaters. Not for a lack of it looking really neat.
Yeah, and Charlton Copley's in it as kind of like the mentor, I guess. It's the guy who randomly fucking talks you through the whole thing. It's basically like watching someone play an FPS. And from the trailer, that's exactly how the story unfolds as well. It's just murder, murder, kill, action, fight. Take 3 minutes to give you a little bit more plot, and then just move on, more murdering. So that's that. It's an action junkie's wet dream, I guess, if you don't get motion sickness.
Yeah. Big if there. But yeah, no, it's nice to see, and it will be nice to see numbers come back on that, because I'm not opposed to crowdfunding major motion pictures.
I am a little bummed when I crowdfund a major motion picture and then everyone sees it before me, like with Anomalisa. But that's because that didn't get a nationwide release.
Aw.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
Sad panda.
Moving on.
The Boss. Melissa McCarthy playing Melissa McCarthy.
El Jefe. That's Spanish for the boss. Man.
Ah, okay.
I don't
You
know
and
what the
your
boss
languages.
woman would be. Yeah. Sorry that I'm multilingual. I'll stop.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you say this was? The comedy version of Martha
Of
Stewart?
Martha Stewart. That's what it looks like. It's like big CEO, insider trading, or some other form of, blue or white collar crime scandal. And, we came from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, and then she runs the Girl Scout troop, which kind of reminds me of like just a long version of Troop Beverly Hills pre-story.
No, I mean,
It's a comedy.
yeah,
It's Melissa
it looks like
McCarthy.
it's going to be some free laughs.
This is an easy one. If you liked her earlier comedies, you'll probably want to go see this one. And if you don't like Melissa McCarthy, then
Then
don't go see it. But we have one good horror, maybe, hopefully, coming out that weekend as well.
Well,
I'll let you take the lead on this one.
hopefully it will come out this weekend. Fun story. If you watch our, one or maybe we had 2 trailer talks last year, because we were still feeling things out, people. This movie was in one of those episodes. I know it was.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this in May of last year.
The hype was very real for us at this film.
Yes. I encourage people, I may sound a little unenthused this go around, but that's just because I don't believe them. They've bumped this movie 4 times now.
And
on
it looks
release date.
good.
Yeah, and I don't understand why.
It worries me that the trailer is the best part of the movie. That's where I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely room, but it seemed most of the bumps were for competition, because it originally bumped because the Poltergeist remake was coming out, and they didn't want to compete with it.
Yeah, and nobody wanted to watch that, so.
Yeah, and
Oh,
then
wow.
they bumped it to the same weekend the latest Paranormal Activity movie was coming out, and they were like, "Nope, let's bump it again."
I'm
And
just assuming somebody got fired for not actually looking at movie release dates.
right, not doing what we do very easily with,
Yeah.
electronic equipment.
Things get moved and bumped, but rarely do they have fixed trailers and release dates a year ago and then go, no, we're going to move it. And they moved it very quietly, very subtly. They
Yeah.
didn't really announce it until just like a month beforehand. I think not even a month because we were
Yeah,
fooled
no,
into talking about
we recorded our episode, and then I think it was maybe 3 days later I texted you and I was
it. Yeah,
like, "So they bumped it to October."
yeah.
But
But for those of you who don't know about Before I Wake, they adopt a nice little boy, and when he sleeps, his dreams become reality. And that includes his nightmares. So the kid tries not to sleep, and the new adoptive parents are kind of like, "This shit's scary, yo. What do we do?"
yeah, the trailer looks amazing. The premise sounds legitimately terrifying because I
Yeah,
know some of the stuff that comes up in my dreams and things, and if somebody was outside of that having to deal with it, like sitting in the living room watching, Colbert on late night, and the next thing you know, like, yeah.
yeah, yeah. The other day, one of my friends tweeted that he had this dream about this successful thing that he wanted to do in real life, and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." My dream was chasing or being chased by a monster wielding a chainsaw on a stick, and I was forced to like prop couch cushions with the meaty parts of my friend's limbs. So, to each
Yeah,
their own.
yeah, typical Tuesday.
Yeah. So, I hope it works, and I'm really hoping this is going to be a good year for horror. With The Witch coming out. I'm hoping that this will also be a good film, and then maybe we'll have one or two where I can say, "Holy crap, I liked more than one horror film this year."
Yeah, that would be a very nice thing to say. I'm probably gonna make a stab at seeing this in theaters if it actually happens, because at this point it's becoming like golden unicorn territory.
Yeah.
It's like you've hyped me so much. Let me see the damn
Yeah.
thing.
So what's cool about the eighth is that you have a legitimate action, horror, and comedy all coming out. So there's something for everyone. Or
Yeah.
you just go and watch more Superman, Batman, Zack Snyder version. Yeah.
Meh, meh,
Yeah.
meh.
But that's all I got for these 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see him put up a kind of a full spectrum spread there after such a big, box
Nothing.
office release. So we'll see what happens. But yes, I will be going to see Before I Wake. So take that, Batman, Superman, and all of your dust crumbling, cape swishing.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We will see you in 2 weeks. As always, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. And, if you like what we do around here, you can subscribe. It's totally free, which is something that's not very common anymore. Oh.